Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf the Dragon Disciple, where I am back here in the Isle of Dread with Mira of the Hawk to report that I have successfully gotten through the Bullywugs and now I'm attuned to all three of the monoliths. You have met and bested the Bullywugs? I can tell by the expression of your face and, if I'm being honest, the smell. So I've attuned all three monoliths. What do we do now? Now that you have attuned to all three monoliths, you face the most difficult task, your assault on the Kopru Temple itself. This is a place so dangerous that the people of this village are not only forbidden to visit it, but even to speak its name. Yet I believe in you, and this thus have given you the others permission to discuss your mission. Talk to American about the Forbidden Kopru Temple, and perhaps you will find your way home. Okay, I will consult American. Okay, and where is this? Ah, American. Forbidden Temple expert. Now, if they're barred from speaking of it even, how did American become an expert on the Forbidden Temple? I don't know, it sounds like a bit sketchy in trying to learn this. Sounds like someone who probably was not looked well upon until this particular incident happened. You seek the Kopru Temple? I would tell you, but only because Mira of the Hawk commands it. That temple is forbidden to those born in this village. Indeed, we are normally forbidden from even to speak of it and its Kopru masters. Okay, so, where is this place? The Forbidden Kopru Temple is a good hike from here. Go north until you find a path leading to a large dormant volcano. Cross the suspension bridge, then ascend the volcano to the lake at its top. The Forbidden Temple is on the other side of the lake. Okay, I'll find this Forbidden Temple and also a way back to Eberron. I have finally entered the temple and I have these three curses on me, but I have these monoliths here that I am attuned to by my earlier adventures, so I can use these to dispel the various curses. You stand before the cursed monolith, remove the curse of the vile tongues.
The curse of the vile tongue has been banished from this place.
The curse of the broken body.
The curse of the broken body has been shattered. You have arrived at the ruined temple at the heart of the Isle of Dread. This is where the Kopru use their magic to teleport the island to different planes. It's time to find the temple's master and reopen the way back to Eberron.
And the dread monolith of the Assassin's Blade, which struck me while I was listening to the previous thing. We need to remove this one so it doesn't strike me again.
The curse of the Assassin's Blade has been dispelled.
Very well. We are no longer under any of those curses, so we can head on through here without having to worry about it. Now, I think if I get killed, I'm going to wind up with those curses back or something like that. Or at least if I get killed and leave the dungeon and come back in or something like that. So, let's try to avoid getting killed, right? But we do have some
Magical
nasties.
barrier blocks the passage beyond this hall.
Okay. Now this is called the Fall of the Forbidden Temple to keep in line with the alliteration theme that they have for all the other names. Because first we had the tale of the cursed crustacean or something like that. Then plundering Pirates Point. Then bullywugs and booby traps. And finally the fall of the Forbidden Temple. I'm sure someone at Stone Games enjoyed coming up with those.
The marauder chieftain shouts, "Protect the temple! Protect the ancient masters!"
Actually, I get
The
this.
death of the chieftain. The barrier in the back of this chamber fades.
I'm assuming that those names came from Standing Stone Games, but it's possible that some parts of it were either inspired or comes from the original module. There's the crest of the octopus. I think there are supposed to be two crests, right? That the other one is up that way. Usually they like these done in pairs. But this is not one of those cases. Alright. If I recall, what's there, it tends to be more annoying than useful, so we'll continue along this way. Now, if you recall, during the one with the bullywugs, I fell into every single trap that they had, even the ones I knew about. Well, let's see. Is it forgot before? Because I know that there's a really nasty trap in this one. And I would really like to avoid going into it. I think I usually do.
The floor crumbles into the depths below.
This was not the one I was talking about. But I really should have remembered this one also. But I believe this is a mandatory trap. But there's another one that's not so mandatory. And that I need to worry about. In fact, I'm not too sure I've ever survived falling for that one, which is why I would prefer not to fall for that trap. Now, here, useful? Anything useful? Yeah, this one with the longbow and some arrows. I think I could avoid using the longbow.
You hear the sound of water dripping in the distance in this otherwise empty passage.
First of all, I think it's not mandatory really to use. Oh, there it is. I don't think it's mandatory to use the bow in there. In other words, it's sort of to help to disarm a trap rather than, and I mean a trap that it's easy to get around. All right. Well, now let's see what we can find underwater here. Oh, that's the fungus. I assume that that's just the fungus to might help breathing or something. Oh, okay, there we go. Now we are done here. I just need that in order to get by one of the locations that's up ahead. It is annoying to go all the way down, and it could just, if you follow right hand rule, which I normally do, if I don't remember or think of a good reason not to. So this is a good reason not to. Ah, boy, this place. Now, let's see, there's the piranha. If I remember correctly, there is a water weird or something like that in here.
Huge water weird emerges from the flooded chamber with a gurgling roar. The water weird loses cohesion and ebbs back into the water.
Now, let's see if I can get around without. Ha 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 ha! I almost walked, or I should say swam right into that set of piranha. Alright, there we go. Now, open the chest.
As the chest opens, a section of the wall slides away, revealing a waterlogged passage.
Oh, how nice. Let's see. Ooh. Glaciated 47 gloves of healing amplification. Not really. I am trying to avoid frost simply because season 1 was all about frost. Oopsie daisy. Let's see. How about this? Not too sure what's optimal to use against these things, but I suspect that oops, that metallic stuff. I tend to avoid using my metallic weapons, especially considering that you don't want to use your best weapons against them because I think they do tend to bite through them or something like that. Is if I'm recalling properly, I know that there are at least some slimes that do that. And trying to remember which ones do and which ones don't is a bit difficult if that is the case.
You
Now,
notice a small target lever on the far side of the room, up along the edge of the ceiling.
now, well, I may be tempted to go up against that thing. I forgot that it has a knockdown on top of it. Well, I really don't have to go back through it unless I do something silly like forget to pull the lever that we pulled earlier. Oh boy, it's dark. It's ratty. Oh, all right through first set of. Okay, keep. Yeah, it's like okay. Yeah, that's. I think that green one. That's the one that the lever opened up.
A swarm of rats leap out and attack.
They leap out and attack. Well, I'm gonna strike out.
Rats swarm out of the opening as you approach.
Yeah, you like doing that, don't you? Okay, well, those rats are done with me, aren't they?
When you enter the chamber, choose one and attack.
Thinking fire might be more useful in that one. Aye. Thank you. The red lever. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Good. So that is, what was it phase 2? We had the find your way past the mud cavern. Okay, I guess phase 3 is the mud cavern phase. Just full of traps. Okay. I'm not too sure of this. Okay, let's try that. And you? Kofu Temple Water, whatever. Alright, so how about a critical slashing? Maybe that'll help. Not too sure whether that helps or not against these water weirds or whatever, but I suspect that cold is not going to be the optimal weapon to use against them. Or poison or whatever. Oh, this room.
A wave of heat envelops you as you enter the mud-filled cavern.
Well. Alright. Oh, yes. This. Oh, yeah. Right. And I gotta. Alright. So let's see what I can do here. has one. For some reason I had thought that I'd be attacked as soon as I got to that. Maybe it's when I get... Oh, there it is. Well, at least... At least with the Cobra, I could take a bite out of them to help. Unlike the things like the constructs. Yikes. Oh. Rude! I know, I just took a bite out of it. It's that charisma damage that doesn't exactly help me. I guess that means I'm not popular with the Cobra. I wonder why! What have I done to them? Well, next. Oh. That should give him a little charge. Alright, now, taking care of that. Next, Cobra. Mind Blast? Really? Wait. You would think that I would have a decent will save on this character. I think is that like the third or fourth saving throws I've missed here? I mean, right? What's my will saving? Plus 12. You would think that I could make a saving throw or two? Where is the case? Whoops.
When the last orb shatters, the barriers in the mud-filled cavern fade.
Yay. Alright. That should open up the next area, right? Or is it behind? It's behind the throne. Yeah! Let's stay out of that middle thing, because that middle area is potentially dangerous.
As you walk down the tunnel, you feel as if a malevolent presence is watching you.
Well, certainly a slimy presence. Oh. Yikes! Yikes. Okay, why did I change weapons?
The statues here radiate an almost palpable malice.
Malice, alright. I don't know if they take holy damage or not. But I don't like those balls of... I'm not too sure what they are balls of. Those balls of energy, they do... Oops. Well, I know that these definitely do not take holy damage. We don't have to worry about those, but we do have to worry about this. Okay. Next. And it's just facing these all. Oh. Okay. Sort of ruin the water by electrolysis or something? Ow. Let's see, which trap do we got up here? I mean, I did sense a trap, right? Well, I do see those spray jets up there, and they can. Pretty sure those are nasty. Now that is an acid trap. I think it's an acid trap. So I will add a little protection against acid here. Ah! Oh, we've got... We got a crest! Oops. Crest of the octopus! Well, another crest of the octopus. I think this one does have additional ones on top of it. Alright, so just stay out of the water section. I'm constantly getting these trap notifications. Oh, okay, that one did have the... That one very definitely had one because I think that was a nasty bit added up there. You can go here. Go. Next.
Your sense of a malignant presence grows ever stronger as you travel deeper into these tunnels.
Good thing I'm dependent on wisdom rather than charisma. I think those glowy balls relate to the charisma damage I've been taking. Thank you. Alright, now let's see, what do we got this way? Is there something out this in this direction? Because I think we still need to find, well, I was gonna say more crests, but it looks like I found blobs instead. There you go. Alright. Hello. Constantly changing. Ugh. You. Ah. I don't have a proper perch. Alright, now. Okay. Let me see. What have we got here? Oh, no. Is there something down there? Yeah, crest of the monkey. Alright. Okay, we are done with that side. I think we got something on the other side. Yeah. Okay, we got the crest of the octopus. Crest of the monkey. Is this something that opens up? No. You know, I've heard that there is some sort of special area. Oh, actually, no, it's not, because this does something similar. I was thinking that this was a door of some type that might only be used in scenarios where, oops. I guess we're reasonably shaped. There's some sort of area that's only...
The floor shifts slightly, and then collapses.
Okay. Actually, the water area is perfectly safe. It's the one on the edges that's totally deadly. Okay. Well, fortunately, I was on the part that was safe. That was the trap I was talking about at the beginning, where there was this really, really nasty traps that I wanted to avoid. I forgot exactly how it went, but I remembered it well enough to know to not fall in it anyway.
A voice echoes through the tunnels.
So close now. Come to me, my thralls.
Alright, see, that's the boss fight. Uh, is there anything this way? Might be useful just to take care of the boss fight and be done with it. That's just a fungus. Yeah. Make sure there was no extra treasure or anything like that. What is this way? Probably just another... just an adventures pack. Another one of these, maybe to crack before finishing up. Now I think this is the boss fight. So, what do I want to do before the boss fight? Let's see. How's my acid resistance coming up along? Okay, I will renew that. You better heal yourself. Okay, heal me too, even though it's only a slight amount there. I think everything else should be fine. Oh, I have anything here left? No. So, let's go in and...
The water in the chamber churns as the Kopru matron leaps out.
Such fine specimens the Whispered One has brought to me. Magnificent thralls. Prepare to bow to your master.
if you don't mind, I am going to skip the bowing. It looks like I am falling at least.
Vecna, why did you not come? Why did you not protect the Kopru? We made a bargain.
Apparently, made the wrong bargain with the wrong god. Okay. Okay, let's see. In here, in here. Well, I suppose we go this way. Up and around. Swim, 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 swim.
And so this chapter ends. The Kopru met their inevitable fate. You have achieved your goal. And I have achieved mine. When first I learned of you, I decided to bring you to the Isle of Dread. You see, I bring things here to study them, appraise them, test them. And yes, this was a test. For my purposes, I need someone with not just strength, but also wise, versatility, determination.
As the last orb is destroyed, the barrier encircling the monolith vanishes.
You the control monolith thrums to life
Thus,
as you...
you become one of my chosen, whether you wish it or not.
Wonderful.
From now on, I will be watching you and your world, wherever you go, whatever you do, and in due time, I will come to you again. For it was you and your world that set me upon this path, a path that ends with my ultimate dominion. It is only just and proper that you'll be there at the end. Be on your way for now. But remember this, nowhere escapes my gaze. Nowhere is beyond my grasp.
Wonderful. As you touch the cold surface, the whole world seems to shift, and power begins flowing out of the monolith. Okay, let's get back to Eberron. Hey, we have returned home. And with that, we are done with our little trip through the Isle of Dread. So next time we are going to be back in Eberron, and when we are there, we are going to actually I willed the island to it, so therefore I still go out to the island now I think of it. Man, let me pick up a reward there. Then we could head back to Stormreach Harbor. I have been successful. You have cleansed the forbidden temple of the Kopru. Well done. No doubt the Whispered One will eventually instill some new custodians to this teleporting island. Yet, so long as the Kopru are out of the picture, it is still a cause for celebration. Alright. And I also have found a way back home. Now, no codex page for this one because it's related to my whole thing about codes because it's related to Vecna, and Vecna is our, let's say, opponent in working to get those codex pages together because he is the one who stole them and took them to the Fae. Okay. He had an Arc Fae do it, but it was working for Vecna. Now, let's see what we've got here. Realistic 1 necklace versus realistic 3 necklace of blood. Yeah, okay. Spell saving throws? Yeah, okay. So it said realistic, so I guess that means against delusions. Well, it might be useful. Okay, we're done. You really conquered the Forbidden Temple? A heroic act, Pineleaf. The Kopru have suffered a major defeat. I'm sure there will still some of them on the island, slinking around in some abandoned ruin far from to the north, but they will not menace us for years to come. And I had to deal with them to get out back to Eberron. Your path home is now open, and you may leave whenever you see fit. Alright, I think I'll be seeing fit. Now, let's see what we got here, because I do have other things to do. I need to do other things to wrest codex pages out from the grubby hands of Vecna. That is my new calling, it appears to be. I'm not too sure that's what Vecna wants me to be doing, but who cares what he wants. Anyway, we will continue on trying to recover codex pages when we return to the next episode of Piney Plays The Dragon Disciple.